You know what this channel is not? It's not an echo chamber for the belief of one side or the other. It's pro-law enforcement, and it's anti-crap law enforcement officer on the street. We have a ton of bad cops out there in America today, and we need to change that culture. So I love the engagement when you guys are in the comment sections and you tell me what you think, but thicken your skin up. Dissenting or disagreeing positions are always wanted because that's the only way we're going to change cop culture. So if you see one day that I post something that's anti-police and you're a part of the all cops are bastards crew and you're like, absolutely. But then the next day I post something that actually supports law enforcement and you'll put, oh, I thought you were one of them, actually good ones, and I'm unfollowing. Then you're just as bad as the people who blindly support the police. My passion is on changing cop culture, is to get them to return to the concept of the Constitution, right? The very thing they should be focusing on, upholding the Constitution and keeping the peace and maintaining order in a free society. That's it. Revenue generation, all that other stuff that we can't stand. The fact that we have an epidemic of stupid men and women who have a badge and the authority to take away your life and freedom, who do not know what the First Amendment is or the Fourth Amendment, and they would rather be in their squad cars lip syncing, putting on lip gloss, doing some stupid TikTok dance at home to leverage that badge. Also, they can get their egos fed, is a problem in America. So if you hate the police, welcome to the channel. I want you here. If you love the police, welcome to the channel. I want you here. This has to be brought to the table so that we can put the pressure on these men and women who do this job to change cop culture so they return to public servants who are righteous and actually do the job the way it's supposed to be done. This is on Blue Line Whistleblower. Sergeant arrests man for trespassing for speaking too loud. We're going to take a look at it. Do not forget to join us live every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. There's the number right there, 708-982-0974. Instead of putting in the comment section, oh, I'm unfollowing you, how about you call and leave a voice note if you don't want to call in live, or a voice message, and I'll play it on air where we can listen to what your disagreement is. Don't let the volume of my voice equal the basis of my argument. If I'm wrong about something, correct me. Let's have a conversation. I'm not going to be a channel that puts out content strictly to adhere to one side. It's to change cop culture, and the only way we could do that is together. I need you way more than you need me. It's as simple as that, and I have no problem acknowledging that. So stay in the fight, toughen up your skin, and fucking help out with this channel. All right, let's watch this together, and let's check out, see what's going on.
From Trigg County, Kentucky. Sergeant Schneider arrested John for talking too loud, but he ended up charging him with trespassing, and this happened on John's property. Since this incident, Trigg County Sheriff say, department has blocked John from their Facebook page, which is a clear violation of his constitutional rights.
Trigg County Sheriff right there.
What's your name and badge number?
My badge number is 206. Sergeant
Name?
Schneider. So
Perfect.
those cars up there are right now parked on a young lady.
So we're coming right into the middle of this issue. I have no idea what they were called for, if it was self-initiated. I don't know. So we're getting this in the real time, not from the body camera perspective or the information of what the cop was sent there, MDT, on scene, see something. All we have is where the video starts. You can kind of hear the confrontation in the subject's voice. Doesn't matter. That's fine. It's welcome. There is no law that says a person can't be loud unless it's disorderly conduct, and some cop is going to resort to that one, which is the catch-all, be-all, or that person can be irritated. It's their lawful right in America to express their opinions and emotions on scene verbally. There's no problem with that whatsoever.
Property.
Okay.
So I explained to her to have those vehicles towed. So she or the HOA president will be having those towed if they are left there.
No HOA. It's in the deed that we have to park in the cul-de-sac.
Now this just sounds like a civil issue. If it's a parking problem, yeah, I could see how the cops can wind up coming in and enforcing parking, but at the same time, is that really a criminal hill you want to die on? So this sounds like housing authority issues, civil problems. They say they can park here, can't park here, whatever. If a car's getting towed, it's going to be with the housing authority. And this is where shit gets really a pain in the ass, is whether or not the police, they want to be the hired dumb muscle of the organization, the corporation. These are those moments that I used to love. We walk up and go, well, There's no signs that say no parking here. If there's a sign that legitimately says no parking there, which we don't know here, and like people are parking there, but it's one of those things that the village knows about. Hey, we're having construction done. Can't park on one side of the street because the trucks will be there tomorrow, but we can only park on one side. But you guys have this, no parking on this side. Well, then typically the village would come out, Public Works would come out and put like garbage bags or something over the signs that say don't park here. There would be an arrangement or an agreement that would be set up for this. So far, it's sounding like this is a civil issue. It's not worth the time of the cop to get involved in a pissing match over something this petty.
On the deed, I have a hearing issue. It's on my deed. You're trespassing. I'm asking you to leave.
I am talking to you.
Get off my property.
Now you don't have to scream.
Get off my property.
Now,
Get off my property.
Keep screaming. You're
Get off. I'm not in public.
I mean, this is it. This is where you guys are some of the dumbest fucking human beings on the planet. How do you say that when you know you're being recorded? Keep screaming you're going to go to jail. Someone explain to me the mindset behind the grown man-child who is brass, no less, who should know the Constitution, hopefully better. Well, if not equally, they should. Everyone should know it superiorly. The patrol officers underneath them, who you got to take that test, man. And I never took the sergeant's test, so I don't know if it has constitutional issues in it. But how do you say, keep screaming, you're going to go to jail, and then follow through with it, knowing everything is recorded? How do you justify or explain, hey, officer or sergeant, what did you arrest my client for? Criminal trespass property. Not for screaming? No, sir. Oh, okay. So why did you say keep screaming, you're going to go to jail? Then my client screamed and you put him in handcuffs. I want to continue for this for a second, but this has got to be held with the highest possible punishment out there because cops are just not getting it. They're this stupid. There's nothing left other than classical conditioning and severe fucking jail sentences.
Now,
Get off my property.
Keep screaming. You're
Get off. I'm not in public.
Yes, you're out in public. Put your hands behind.
I'm in private.
Put your hands behind.
Yeah, record this.
Put your feet.
This is
Johnny,
excessive force.
Johnny, just calm down, buddy.
Excessive
Put your
force.
hands.
Just calm down.
I am not resisting, Officer
release your
Deputy Snyder. You just trespassed. Those are on too tight. I'm disabled, sir.
Walk.
I am disabled.
You can walk a straight
I
line.
need to focus where I'm stepping. I have a hip replacement.
Then step.
Excessive force.
Step.
Excessive force.
Step.
Call your supervisor.
I am my supervisor.
Call your supervisor. This is fucking ridiculous.
I actually love this, man. Make it hard for him. The guy wants to take you to jail. Fine. Pick me up, man. You put me in the squad car. Is it worth it? Is it really worth it? And at some point, some of you children out there who have this authority need to go, I'm going to walk away. You can arrest people for disorderly conduct, but after you ask somebody, if he's outside yelling, and it's not like it's 9 o'clock at night where everyone's inside and the lights are off and it's dark outside, it's the middle of the afternoon, whatever. You decided to instigate this as a cop. You accelerated. You put yourself in the position where force, if you will, because you had to use force to take him into cuffs. You accelerated the issue to require the arrest. If you had stayed where you were and had explained yourself, this guy would not have gotten hyped up. And if he did, he went, sir, I explained it to you. I got to go. Leave. You purposely. This is how cops get away with this shit all the time. They escalate the need to put somebody in jail. What needs to happen is his supervisor needs to look at this and go, get this guy, cut him loose. Get the fuck out of here, and then we're going to have a conversation. Did you need to go over there? No, I didn't. He said he was hard of hearing. Was this a criminal investigation? No, it wasn't. Was it a civil? Yeah, so why did you escalate it? This is why people hate the police.
Look at this. Call 911. Now, this is fucking nuts.
Yeah.
fucking tiring. Go fuck yourself. Stand silent.
Johnny, come on, man. Just
Really? You break out the taser? You break out the taser. Now you're a big boy. Tasers are for pussies. They really are. But this is where you're at. You got a guy who's having a bad day. I'm going to assume if this is the lack. So many of you want this. We need to humanize the badge. I'm going to assume that this guy's vehicle was involved in some kind of towing. Clearly, they're doing construction work here. If we back up and we talk about the disorderly conduct issue, who's the complainant? Because the last time I checked with the state statutes, or for the most part, disorderly conduct with our stuff was usually always done on a village ordinance, because the state would have laughed us right out and gone, really? Really? The guy's screaming in the middle of the roadway and you got some mom signs a complaint for the traffic site, whatever, dismiss. It's literally meant to inconvenience people to have to go to a court a date. That's all it is. And it's almost always kicked out. But you want this, right? So you're on scene responding to vehicles being towed, and maybe this guy had his vehicle towed or a threat of being towed. He's a working man. It's going to cost him how much money? How much money to get his vehicle towed? And now he's got the housing authority, but you're backing them up, which is, it's a civil problem as far as I'm concerned. Wash your hands with it. Tell the housing authority, we're not involved with this. You want to tow the vehicles? Go ahead. We're walking away. We're not giving you permission, but we're not condemning you either. You do what you want to do on your property. There you go. Now this guy's frustrated as all hell. But because you go to put him into cuffs. This is what I'm talking about in the beginning of the people who are like pro police no matter what. How do you justify this? Well, the guy needs to learn respect for the police. Says who? Says who? There is nowhere in the Constitution that says free speech and you will respect the law enforcement agents in your town. Fuck them. You work for me. There is nowhere that says that I have to be nice to you or respectful to you. But now, remember, this man who's in handcuffs now, he can die all the way from whatever this parking complaint was. There is a threat of force with every single law enforcement interaction. So we're starting with a civil problem, vehicles being towed. It's probably a working man. And then you get all the way up to a cop now pulling out. He's escalating force. So this is where I also think that this is a cop escalating force, because we say all the time, if you look at the use of force continuum, it's dictated by the subject. Dude, fucking hell. This guy was yelling at a cop, not illegal, pissed off over something that he probably had every right to be pissed off at. The cop approached him aggressively, got in his face. The guy's going to yell because it's the only recourse he has. If the cop says forward, the guy does this, puts his hands up or whatever, the cop, he was an aggressive stance and I could tase him, knock him out, do whatever. So what's the guy have left out of retribution? Yelling. It's the last thing people have when it comes down to law enforcement. So the cop violated his First Amendment, took him into cuffs. Now he's going to use a taser on him. If this guy resists, what's the cop going to do? Pepper spray him, kick him, choke him, shoot him. There's a ton of stuff that could happen. All from what? A pride issue. A pride issue. Because you children out there don't remember your public fucking servants.
Just come on.
Get up. You gotta. I'm disabled.
I told you.
I'm disabled. I have
Take
two
that
bad
right
hips.
heel.
I just had spine injections.
Yes. That right heel, bring it up.
I can do my left one. My right.
Then bring it up. Turn to your left to your knees.
Okay.
Get on your knees.
Let's calm down for a second. This really hurts my right.
Step up.
I have bad hips, sir.
Step up.
Can I help you, sir?
Will somebody assist?
Can I help you?
No.
I wouldn't do shit. Why are you helping him? He started this mess. The cop wanted to arrest. He wanted to do this. No, you're on your own, man. Call for backup. I would tell you, buddy, just sit there. I wouldn't do shit. At this point, I would go limp. You're not resisting. You're passively just laying there. It's not my problem. You wanted to put me in cuffs. You do the work now.
You will walk around.
Hey, here's the problem. You guys go help police now. Now all of a sudden this guy gets injury or whatever. All right. And then now the department's going to go, well, how do we know you didn't break the guy's back and not the officer?
I can walk fine. I'm not walking right now. He knows.
Where do you want me to grab it?
Grab this right here.
Yes.
Now,
Just bear hug me, Matt. Thank you. My back has been held excessive force. Am I under arrest or under detained?
you're under arrest.
Okay, for what? What reasonable, articulable, record, man. What reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime did I commit?
What are you
Call
arresting him
your
for?
supervisor. I am the supervisor. Call your supervisor. I want the sheriff out here right now. Matt, call 911, get the sheriff out here. Excessive force, committed no crime. Absolutely no crime. What is my crime? Okay, I have to turn this way. In public? In private? You can't be disorderly in private, you fucking idiot.
Johnny.
You can't be disorderly without a victim. So who's the victim? I used to have a sergeant who argued this a long time ago, where the way that the statute read is, I'm paraphrasing, is any conduct of an alarming or disturbing nature, alarms the public, blah, 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 blah. And we, by rule of thumb, because it did not say cannot be a police officer, we always practice it as you need a complainant on scene. So if somebody is yelling in the street in the middle of the night and no one complains about it, there's no disorderly conduct. You cannot arrest John Doe just for walking down the street and yelling. You can't. Who did it alarm and disturb? My sergeant used to go, well, I'm a member of the public. We say, what? That's really completely unfair. Disorderly conduct is one of the stupidest criminal charges in the world that gives cops carte blanche to do whatever they want.
Just calm
my face now.
Johnny, just calm down, buddy. Sir, how long do I have to move my car? How long do I have to move my car?
Trigg County Sheriff right there.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, man. This is, what was the point of this? I really don't know. I don't know if there's any more information on this. February 6, 2025, Sergeant Snyder from Trigg County Department, Kentucky, arrests John Arnoldson for trespassing on his own property for talking too loud. Disorderly conduct is what it is. Blue Line whistleblower. Appreciate you putting this out there for everybody. It's just, wow. You want to humanize the badge all the time. That's what we always see, humanize the badge. Well, when are you going to get some human beings behind the badge? How hard is it to hear some guy yelling about his car and go, listen, I know this sucks. There's nothing I could do about it. I don't care who you pass the buck to. All right, hey, listen, my supervisor sent me down here today because the housing authority is saying they don't want this. I am supposed to come and monitor X, Y, and Z. Here's what I can enforce. Here's what I can't enforce. I get that you're pissed, but I am limited in what I can or can't do. But yelling at me is going to do no good. But if you want to yell to get out of your system, go right ahead. There's no humanizing the badge when we do not have human beings behind it. It is what it is. This is just garbage, bullshit arrest. But remember, this happens in America every single day. Shut your mouth or you're about to go to jail. Oh my God, that's incredible. I got to hear this again. He can't be this stupid, but he is.
Keep screaming. You're
Get off! I'm not in public.
Keep screaming and you're about to go to jail.
My property.
Keep screaming.
Get off!
Keep screaming. You're going to go to jail. Keep screaming. Sergeant Snyder, how fucking stupid are you? This is where we need to have very swift, very decisive criminal charging done on a federal level. This is black and white. This is black and white. This sergeant violated someone's First Amendment, and we're not going to get a district or state's attorney who winds up prosecuting this. So when is the Department of Justice going to step in? So here we have somebody who flat out said, keep screaming, you're going to go to jail. Who's the complainant? There is none. Sergeant made up the violation after he put him into handcuffs. So now we need to have a sergeant stripped of his stripes, stripped of his badge, criminally prosecuted, and spending 2 years in federal prison. These arrests need to start happening on a massive, massive scale to get cops. Because what do we have, right? If we're going to have the rhetoric of the Grady Judds out there talking about shooting suspects in the hopes that criminals will be terrified to break the law because they're going to be ventilated by a deputy of Sheriff Grady Judds and they're going to run out of bullets because he's going to be just completely aerated like a lawn, then why do we not have cops who are terrified to spend time in federal prison for violating the Constitution. Why? We need to have cops absolutely terrified to fuck up on the job, violate the Constitution. We need that status. There is no other way this problem will change. So it is what it is. Guys, don't forget to join us Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Every Wednesday we hear live, 708-982-0974. You can always call, leave a voice note, voice message, text message. I'll play it on air. We'll have a discussion. You can call in those nights and have conversations with me. And again, support the channel. Go click on one of the links. Help us grow. Continue to share our videos. Help us grow. Let's change cop culture together. But regardless of your position, stay. Let me know what you think. Argue, debate. Let's change this together. It's as simple as that. Have a great day and be safe out there. I'll see you in the next video.